Good day and welcome back to my page, Agromedizi by Chukwebukeze. I know you have been following my posts on cucumber production. Remember, after this cucumber production, we'll enter another crop. Last time we talked about land preparation. We talked about choosing the best seeds. We have OPV, we have hybrids. OPV being open pollinated variety, and then hybrid has hybrid vigor. Now I want to talk about the planting and the planting space. I want to talk also about insect and fungi control, also fertilizer application. I know you have been following us, and I'll be so happy you do follow us. Subscribe to our channel and our page, share our videos, and as well put your own comments. And God will always bless you. Now you can see I'm inside the farm already. This is a cucumber farm we have already prepared and planted. I just want to tell you what we did here. I believe what you see behind me is appetizing. Now you can see the space, everything is in tandem with the other line. Like this line is in tandem with this line. Everything you have here is synchronizing. Now what happened here is that we made sure we maintained a planting space. We planted at 50 cm intra, and the interspace is more than 75 cm. You can also see we already have our stakes. If you look at this, almost the same. So which is telling us that we maintained a planting space. Now we also have our cucumber germinating. It's not magic. We already started our insect treatment or application of insecticide and fungicide. Immediately we made 90% germination. We kicked off with insect and fungi control. Immediately we had 90% germination. Then what chemicals do you use, or what insecticide or fungicide do you use? We have so many types of fungicide you use. You don't just use anyhow fungicide. We have the ones that are curative, preventive. We have insecticides that are systemic, and we have contact. You should know when to use which because of residual effects. If you're using your insecticide that is systemic, when you are about to harvest, the chemical you always eat, which will take you to where? The oncology department in some of our hospitals. So we always advise you use systemic when you have 90% germination. Some of these chemicals, we made use of Imifos, we made use of Punch. We also, for the fungicide, we made use of Ultimax, or what we call Ridomil Gold, which the active ingredients is carbon 1 oxide and metalaxyl. Then, after that, you now talk about your fertilizer application. Sometimes we make mistakes on this. We always think that it's about the quantity of fertilizer we apply. No, it's not it. You apply what the plant can take at that point in time. Just like when you give birth to a child, you don't just come and start giving that child pap. No, fertilizer is just like milk, breast milk. Then your pap is just like the poultry manure. However, here we already incorporated our organic manure, and what we are now applying is fertilizer, which will be readily available for these plants at their tender age. Are you getting me? So once they are tender, you apply what? Fertilizer, which they can absorb. Then it's not all the types of fertilizer you apply. There are specific fertilizers you apply. Number one, you apply urea fertilizer. Urea fertilizer in the sense that it has enough nitrogen that will help on the vegetative growth of your plants. After urea fertilizer, we'll tell you the next fertilizer you apply. Then what of the quantity of fertilizer? How do you apply? The space from the plant. Do you apply it directly on the stand of the cucumber, or what space are you going to give? Then what quantity of fertilizer should you apply? We normally advise us to apply 5 grams of fertilizer, or the RC cover, just RC cover, and apply. Then the space from the plant should not be more than 5 cm, or not. It shouldn't be less than 3 cm. It shouldn't be more than 5 cm, and shouldn't be less than what? 3 cm. Then you have to make a groove as well, because of the volatility of nitrogen. If it is laid on bare, if you broadcast, the tendency of it volatilizing to A is high, that you lose the nitrogen. But when you make a groove, pour it inside, cover, then your nitrogen will be retained, then your plant can pick it up. You see our farm today is looking very fine because it's taking the nitrogen bit by bit. Then after that, the next thing now is, how is your spray plan? You don't just after spraying the first chemical say you are not spraying again. You have to maintain a spray plan. Then you don't use same chemical over and over again because of resistance. Some of these insects or some of these fungi, they build their system in such a way that they can resist some of these chemicals. So you need to change, use one or two other types of chemical, so that when you spray, before they realize or before they get to modify, in order not to be attacked by the chemical, you've gotten what you want. Now also remember, cucumber is a plant you always harvest in a month and 2 weeks. You're already harvesting, so you make sure that you use systemic at the onset, systemic insecticide, systemic fungicide, so that you reduce the chemical content of your fruits when you are about to harvest it. Now, so much for always following us on our social media handle. I want to say thank you so much again. Please, we will be talking about pollination. We'll be talking about also fertilizer application, the type of fertilizer, the quantity will be applied, the second fertilizer application. So to get more of these videos, do follow us on our social media handles, Bukinet Agro on Facebook page and other social media handles.